All right. Good morning. Schools should revamp their school nutrition system. How would you feel if you found out that your kid's school doesn't provide nutritious meals? Child obesity has more than doubled in children and quadrupled in adolescents over the past 30 years. The percentage of children aged 6 to 11 in the United States who are obese increased from 7% to nearly 18% in 2012. Similarly, the percentage of adolescents aged 12 to 19 who are obese increased from 5% to nearly 21%. In 2012, more than one-third of the children and adolescents were overweight or obese. All right? So today, we're going to address the problem of childhood obesity and see how revamping the school nutrition program, making PE/athletics a mandatory class every school year for students, and educating students on the proper nutrition and exercise will solve this problem. All right? What is obesity? Obesity is defined as having excess body fat. All right? Overweight and obesity are the result of caloric imbalance. Pretty much, okay, if you intake 2,500 or 3,000 calories and only burn 2,500, you will have 500 in excess calories. So that's what it means, caloric imbalance. Usually, if you're trying to maintain weight, what you want to do is the amount of calories that you take in, you want to make sure that you burn those calories off before in that 24-hour period. All right. So, I mean, other factors that play in us being overweight is genetics, behavioral patterns, and environmental factors. For instance, I'll use myself as an example. If you look at my dad, myself, and my kids, we all have our genetic makeup. We all have our signature stomach. We all do. All right, so that's one way genetics can play a factor in body composition and being overweight. Also, age and medical condition. All right, what does it mean to be overweight? Overweight is defined as having excess body weight for a particular height from fat, muscle, bone, water, or a combination of these factors. Pretty much, okay, the taller that you are, you're allowed to weigh more weight. You're allowed to weigh more, okay? Take into consideration your percentage of body fat, because if you have less body fat, you can actually weigh more and not be obese. So, why is this a problem? Why is childhood obesity a problem? Obese youth are more likely to have risk factors for cardiovascular disease, such as high cholesterol or high blood pressure. In a population-based sample of 5 to 17-year-olds, 70% of these youth had at least one risk factor for cardiovascular disease. It's pretty alarming. Obese adolescents are more likely to have prediabetes, a condition in which blood glucose levels indicate a high risk for development of diabetes. Children and adolescents who are obese are at greater risk for bone and joint problems, sleep apnea, and social and psychological problems such as stigmatization and poor self-esteem. All right, how can we solve this problem? First, nutrition. All school nutrition needs to be revamped. Bottom line up front. The dietary guidelines for Americans recommend a diet rich in fruit and vegetable, whole grains, fat-free and low-fat dairy products in order to maintain healthy weight. All right? The guidelines also recommend that children, adolescents, and adults limit their intakes of solid fats, bad cholesterol, sodium, added sugars, and refined grains. So food such like French fries, candies, sodas, they have to be eliminated. Next, train all culinary staff, the people that are cooking our kids' food, train them on proper diet, nutrition, and how to prepare healthy meals and snacks. They will also be trained on the proper amount of fat, protein and carbs that a person needs in order to lose weight or maintain weight or gain weight. So when they're cooking their food, they'll be mindful of the things that they're putting in. All right. Physical activity. The Department of Health and Human Services recommend that young people from 6 to 17 years old participate in at least 60 minutes of physical activity daily. That could include running, walking, or running, etc. And how would they do that? They can they can promote that physical fitness through school activity programs, including recess, classroom-based physical activity. They can use things such as I went to my son's school one time, and they actually used YouTube to do physical activity, to show the kids how to do, like, they were doing jumping jacks, overhead arm claps, and stuff like that. So there's a lot of ways to encourage physical activity in the classroom. And of course, sports and good old PE. In addition to that plan, all schools in America should implement a plan that ensures that physical education is a requirement to all students in all grades and taught by qualified teachers. Pretty much, in as much as English is a mandatory requirement to graduate out of high school, we should make physical education that requirement from grades K through 12. In addition to physical education, we should also educate our students in proper nutrition, diet, and exercise, so they'll be able to make those right decisions at school and also at home. Conclusion: the reason why the reason why the schools should revamp the nutrition program is because, like I said earlier, they spend at least 6 to 8 hours at school. So it would only make sense that they get their bulk of their education at school. So if we implement this at school, they'll be more likely to make the right choices when they're not at school. Okay? And after all, the children are the future. Thank you.